Hi, my name is Christy. My family and I have been traveling for the last 10 years. I've traveled with babies and toddlers for many, many years. When we first started, my now 10-year-old was 5 months old, and then I had a baby after that as well. So I wanted to talk about traveling with car seats. A lot of people have concerns for this. So one of my things that I do is there's all kinds of different types that you can buy. One thing that I did was I went to Walmart and I bought the cheapest car seat because it's really light. I think it's called the Seneca. Anyways, it's like $100. It's really light. And so it was super simple. And then when I had my 3-year-old and my baby, I bought 2 of those car seats and I had a folding wagon. And so I would put the car seats in the wagon facing each other. I could buckle the kids in and then they weren't going anywhere. And then I could pull through the airport. I could put like our carry-on bag between their feet or whatever. And then when we got to the front of, like, to get on the plane, I would take the car seats out, and usually a flight staff would help me put them, at least get them to the seat. Maybe not always put them in, but at least get them to the seat. I would fold up the wagon and it would be gate checked. And that really helped me a lot because I traveled as a single parent. But the only time I took car seats was when I knew that I would have a car on the other end. So a lot of times we go places where they use rickshaw or moto taxi, or, you know, like we lived in a place at one time where there was only access to the town by moto taxi. So bringing 2 car seats really wouldn't have done me any good. I'd still have to carry both kids on the motorcycle and then try and manage these 2 taxis plus our bags. For older kids on Amazon, you can buy, it's called a MyFold or a MeFold booster seat, and it's really small and it just pulls out. I don't know how good they are. I've never actually used one. My kids are in booster seats now because we're in Canada and we're in a car like regularly. But like when we are traveling through Central America and we're riding on public transport, I don't carry car seats or booster seats or anything like that. So for our kind of travel, we don't really use car seats a whole lot unless it's absolutely necessary, because we do ride public transit, and, you know, riding on the metro with a car seat is not really feasible, as well as riding on public transit where like the one place we lived, it was a bus, like a van with like a 15-passenger van with 25 or 30 people crammed in there. So you're not going to be able to put a car seat in. There's no seat belts. There's no, you know, everybody's just kind of crammed in there. So it doesn't work. So it really depends on the kind of travel you plan on doing. If you plan on, you know, going to wherever, let's say Mexico, for example, and you plan on renting a car and driving everywhere, then I would bring a car seat. However, if you plan on going to Mexico and using public transit and, that kind of thing, then maybe not, I do know people who will take car seats on the plane, and then the car seat just kind of sits in a corner wherever they rent until they leave again. But for us, because we've gone from, like, let's say from Mexico to Colombia to, different places that car seats may not be feasible, then we don't do that. But if I'm going, like the one time I went on vacation to Dominican Republic, I believe it was, and I took a car seat on the plane because I knew I would be taking a taxi to get to the hotel, and then I knew that I would be renting a car while I was there. So kind of thinking ahead of what you're going to need and planning that way. And also, I've been able to, we had a car for a while in one of the places that we were, and so I just went and bought a car seat in that country. And that's an option as well. You can also buy one on Amazon and get it sent to you. So, but yeah, technically the safest way to fly is with a car seat, but I know for us, it hasn't always been that way. But now my kids are in booster seats and they're quite happy with it. They're okay with it. But when we travel again, I won't be bringing the booster seats with me. It's just a pain. So it's totally up to you as to whether you use car seats or not, but really think about how you travel and where you're going is my tips for that. So that is traveling with or without car seats. I hope that was helpful for you.